Okay, I have a couple more challenges. Cam and Alex, but let's go with everybody. Who plays Magic on these couches? Put your hands up.
Not anymore.
Magic. Okay, it's pretty good. And then Cam as well. And Dix.
Dix, I don't know why you're here.
You said
I thought I
magic
heard.
word.
It is to name. I don't need a really description unless we need to explain what these cards are. You are to name your favorite Magic card of all time.
Oh man.
Okay.
And the thing is that whatever you say, I'm not gonna, and I don't think the chat, anyone watching will hold you to that. This will be your favorite forever and ever, or maybe you forgot about this other one. But pick like the one that popped into your head. You're like, this is the one that I like the most, regardless of whether I play it, regardless of whether I've ever played it, that kind of thing.
I literally just had a mailbag episode for my podcast
Okay,
this week,
got it.
and we answered this question.
Well, let's start with Dix then.
So I was saying like the more typical, or the typical answer for me is like something like Blighted Agent or on Nexus because I play Infect, but I just really love Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah.
It's just a value card. You can just flash it in, block something you need to out of nowhere, and you get it. If you don't even if you can't recast a spell off of it, or you can just start getting some loop shenanigans with stuff like Kolaghan's Command and get back creatures, and it's just
Oh man.
it's some fun. It's a good card.
Cool.
My favorite card, and don't take this as meaning that I know how to play it, is Gifts Ungiven. Because it is usually referred to as like a pretty skill testing card, and I can cast it and just lose.
Reanimator Gifts.
Yeah, well, Reanimator Gifts, like, I really like value gifts where you go and get all 4 cards, and you present the problem to your opponent, and I always feel like, oh, it hits me so good when I'm like, okay, I get this, and this, and this, and this, and I present it to my opponent, and they look at it, and they're like, okay, I put these 2 into your hand, and I'm like, right. I'll see you in 4 turns when I can cast either of these things. Because I always brick on Gifts Ungiven. I'm so bad at it. Otherwise, I think the card that whose flavor I like the most, and art and like flavor text, is a card from Tempest Block called Unfulfilled Desires.
All right, who is up next?
Hi. Or unless somebody else plays.
I've got one.
What you got?
All right.
What I used to. Probably gonna have to be Rafik of the Many because.
Oh wow.
It was my
Rafik is a
second.
massive blowout.
He was my second commander deck, and one of the first times where it really started to come together how insane Magic could be, but also just the ability to be like, I'm attacking you with like a 26 flying thing that has just everything has stacked.
And by the way, you're just dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, like first main phase, cast
FYI.
Rafik. No.
Yep.
Tap. You're dead.
Yeah. It's great. I love that guy. He is so great.
Cast Fire Tower, kill 2 opponents.
I have an odd one. It's old. It's Eben Praetor from Fallen Empires. Because it's exactly like why WotC does not make cards like that anymore. With 2 different counter types on it.
Oh.
It has the,
like Frankenstein's monster?
so it's a 5/5 first strike trample, but it gets -1/-1 counters every turn. But you can sack a creature to remove a -1, and if it's a thrall, it's a +1/+2 counter.
Is this the one with the weird bunny art?
Yes, this is the one with the bunny getting married in front of the skeleton dude. But it's just like, it sounds like it's garbage, and it is garbage, but it's like...
But it's your garbage.
But it could work.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. But it could.
It's like Southland Tales.
Yeah. Yeah.
You love it for all the things that it's not.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think my favorite Magic card is the Jack of Clubs, because I feel like clubs are like the least favorite suit. Everyone loves diamonds and hearts, and to a lesser extent spades, but clubs everyone just busses on. And I like jacks because kings and queens, I'm not into monarchy, and I think everyone loves aces, so yeah, Jack of Clubs. Best Magic card.
There you go.
Alright.
Asking me to pick a favorite card? That's too hard. A bunch of people kind of predicted Lightning Bolt because it's the best red card. But I think I might have to go with Shriek Maw. because it's quite extraordinarily my thing.
That's a good one.
Yeah, the best part when you evoke Shriekmaw and they like go to spell pierce it, and you're like,
No.
nuh-uh.
So, yeah, nope.
Excuse me.
So I love artifacts. So my favorite card is Karn Kalma, the Silver Golem.
Oh, holy moly!
That's
He is
The guy that like has a massive
he's
up
a
to toughness.
he's a 4/4 that if he is blocked or if he blocks or becomes blocked, he gets -4/+4. Because Karn originally is a pacifist, so if he's in combat, he becomes a 0/8 instead of a 4/4. He only punches players.
Yeah,
But then he's got the much more important part is that he's got for 1 mana.
yeah, this is pretty nuts.
He's got an activated ability that lets you turn a non-creature artifact into a creature with power and toughness equal to its converted mana cost.
oh yeah.
Yeah, you can snipe their moxes.
You can snipe moxes. They attack you with the GT or the Batterskull, Skull, and you're like, that's a creature now. It just falls
Yeah.
off them.
Yeah, like I heard Serge talking about turning somebody's mox into a creature and giving it summoning sickness.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a nice seed of the signs you have. It becomes a 0/0.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thunk.
And you're
goodbye.
just
Nice.
stone raining them.
You just stone rain
wow,
them
yeah.
for 1 mana.
Yeah, would just kill the mox, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
Of
This
course.
kills the mox.
And then you get things in like, and I played it as my commander, so I get things like Chroma's Memorial, which is all creatures you control have flying, first strike, vigilance, haste, protection from red, protection from black. And you can spend 1 mana to turn that 7 mana artifact into a better than a Chroma. Because it becomes a 7/7 Chroma instead of a 6/6 Chroma.
Well,
And all your mana rocks become 3/3s.
Excellent.
pretty good.
It's a lot of fun.
All right.
Oh, somebody bringing up in chat a good point. You can now animate your vehicles.
Oh wow.
Yes. So you with the Sky Sovereign of Erishin, its activated ability doesn't say that if it's been crewed, so you can pay 1 mana to turn the Sky Sovereign into a 5/5 because it's a 5 mana artifact instead of the 6/6 that you crew it,
That's
and
messed
it
up.
still bolts when you attack with it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
It
because
still
it's,
is
when- 'cause it's
flying.
when it attacks.
Yeah, it's
Right.
'cause those
The
are all
assumption is you
properties
have-
of the card.
yeah.
So you can just do 1 mana. I'll just make it attack.
all right.
Okay.
So wait, are you gonna explain all these cards?
No.
He's gonna tell it.
Actually, if I was to pick my favorite right now,
Mm-hmm.
This is in Puzzle Quest, right?
yeah, because I have 2 that I really like to see show up in my hand all the time. One is Summoning Bonds, because it disables a creature. It's a white, I think.
Okay.
Summoning Bonds,
Sure,
is it called?
we
Something
believe
like
you.
that. Anyway, it's a thing that disables a creature, that your opponent's creature, and it's a support, which means it always disables that creature, and he can't do anything. The
Right.
It's
existing
basically
player
an
can't do it.
art.
But my favorite thing I'm getting that I play with a lot right now, or at least I try to, is Startled Awake.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the only mythic I have, but because when it comes into play, it just gives you 13 mana immediately, which just flows right into another card, which I can cast immediately, and hopefully, and then because that's how it works in the game.
Okay, yeah,
Bonds.
yeah, yeah.
Suppression bonds. That's it. Thank you. But yeah, but then it attacks. And then transforms into this other thing, which I forget what it's called, Lingering Nightmares, I think. And then it attacks
Oh, I know
again.
what you're talking about.
It goes back into my hand, and then I can cast it again. And it costs me 6 mana to cast
Startle
it.
Awake.
Startle
Yes,
Awake, yeah. So it's super good for like, I'm just constantly churning this, but it only is good for, because it's blue, it only works with blue planeswalkers, because you have to use cards
Right.
that match. You can't say, well, I want to have this and that. That's how they do the whole mana thing, because everything is worth mana. It's just, if I'm playing as Jace, if I do a match 3, that's 3 mana, but because he has a +2 on that, he gets 5 mana. And you don't care what color it is, he just has an affinity for certain colors. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
What you doing, Beach?